Hi everyone, welcome back to Grandpa Mark's Hobbies and a build finale of our Revell 49 Merc Special Edition. Jim Pelosi sent me this thing quite a long time ago, along with a whole bunch of resin cast stuff that he makes that's just phenomenal. Check him out, he's on our group page. He's always posting some cool stuff of how he does it and everything like that. But right now, I want to dig into this and show you what we did here. So let's get everybody out the way before something bad before something bad happens, and I'm not able to show you this all the way. First off, check out the trophy. That's so cool. That came with the decals. All I had to do was paint a little stripe of black down the side and touch up the chrome. I did make a base for it, just out of some flat sprue, so it would stand up better. It had a tendency to fall over, but now it's good to go. And now let's dig into this car. I'm going to bring it down just a smidge. Y'all remember that this is a half and half mix of Tamiya's purple and Tamiya's chrome silver. Just straight up half and half mix, airbrushed on with the Gallery's new Majestic Snake Collections TG, their new trigger airbrush. And wait till you see that. I got a video coming tomorrow on the collection, but wait till you see how nice that thing sprays. But let's get in here. The chrome on the sides was Jim's resin cast, along with the bullet taillights in the back. I had to use those. It was so cool. Also, inside, I took one of his light lenses that he had casted and turned it into a dome light. But I took the back off, not on purpose, but it came off. It's just real lightly magnetized. So you can see inside. I didn't paint anything, but I got a bunch of wires coming to my battery on that. Let's pull the front off here, and we'll go with the engine first before I even light this up. I am really super happy with how this engine came out. I went bright with it. We have the tricarb setup, homemade linkage, homemade spring. Valve covers are the stock valve covers. I wanted to put in the resin Cadillac ones, but they would have hit that battery. There is not a whole lot of room in this engine bay for how big this car was. I added the battery cables. I detailed up the firewall, all the wires on there except for the battery cable, and the vacuum cables for the air vent stuff are just painted on with the paint pen. They were already molded in. I did add the oil lines for the oil tank on there. We got the generator on this side. I had to move the dipstick from the battery side over to this side. So we got the dipstick for the engine, and if you look in the back there, there's a dipstick for the transmission too. Thank you. I would have forgot all about it. So I had a comment on there, how about the dipstick for the training? And I forgot all about it. The vent cap is painted chrome with green stuff chrome. The intake and valve and heads are aluminum. And then the water pump is just straight up. I didn't do anything special with the hose. That's just straight out of the box and painted. I have to touch it up. I scratched it, putting it in a little bit. I added a little bit of fun to the front with the radiator. That's Tamiya's copper. I just wanted a little bit of something other than purple and silver and chrome. So I painted that the copper color, and I think it looks pretty cool in there to be straight up. I did add the wires. You can't see them now, but I added the wires for the horns. They run down and underneath to the side and back, and they're just Hollywooded out. It even has the light wire running along the side here, and I should have taken that and gone farther. I thought it would have covered up, but it didn't. But that's okay. It looks good. I drilled out the latch hole and I painted the that and the bolts silver. The front, let me back you out here. The front went on smooth as silk, no problems. There's real nice alignment pins for this thing to go together. So it pretty much just dropped on. No kidding around. It was easy to put this thing on. Same with the back. That's an STS license plate that I got. It's a historical plate. I thought that would be cool for this. The chrome tips even look great. They're part of the kit. That STS, I did not put it in the water. I just cut it out and put it on with a little bit of Mod Podge. That gave it a little bit of thickness, but I thought this needed the historical plates. My brain and my mouth aren't working in sync. The interior came out great. That's why I did the dome light in there. I will show you some pictures of that in the music montage at the end, like I always do. And we'll turn these lights on here in a second, but I wanted to get this upside down. I really went all out with the underside of this. We did a purple, that's Tamiya straight out of the bottle purple frame, and I thought that looked really good with the lavender that we mixed up. I used green stuff chrome and did it dark on the oil pan and the transmission pan. Silver and then gunmetal for the universals. Straight silver. I figured this is going to be stainless steel exhaust, so I did not dirty it up whatsoever. This car is getting trailered, and that's why I didn't even dry brush the underneath. This would be perfect car for dry brushing. There's so much detail in it. But I didn't because, like I said, it's going to be trailered. We did an aluminum rear end and purple on the axles. The front end looks really good. I'll bring it up here as close as I can and still try to keep it in focus. It even has the Zerk fitting, so sure enough, I painted those brass. I use the gallery paint pens for that. I love those things. They get in there real nice and tight, and they're not real flaky metallic-y. They just look good. Same with all the nuts and bolts. That's the gallery's aluminum. If you look, if I can get it there, underneath the rear end, I do have the brake line run across, and the brake lines are run to all the tires. What I did is I brought it up and ran it into the frame. You can see it going into the frame right there. Same with the fuel line right here. Goes up and into the frame, and then it comes down and comes out of the frame at the other end. The front end is the same way. See if I can get it spun around to where you can see them. They're awful hard to see in there, but there's brake lines running. I did the same thing. Came right out of the frame, and there you can see it on the on this one right here. Right out of the frame and into the brake, and I like that look. So even the underside of this thing is really nice. You see, I got the leg pipes on. They fit up on there real nice. All you have to do is keep trimming until it drops in perfect. And I like that. I did paint the caps on those purple, the same as the frame. I like that look. It gave it a little tiny bit of interest. The mirror on this thing went on great. Thanks to our friends here, I was smart enough to get rid of the windshield wipers. I was told by Bruce and a few other people that if you open the hood with the windshield wipers on, they snap off. So I just filled those things and sanded them down and just straight up painted them. And I don't think that looks bad at all. It's a show car. It's getting trailered. It's all for looks. I figure if we don't have the door latches or anything like that, why do we need the windshield wipers? It looks fine. Don't forget, I did the the mustache pinstripe in the front and on the trunk lid. Clear coated over top of that, and man, I'll tell you what, I like it. I like it a lot. But this car has a beautiful look to it. The big skirts, if I had half a brain, I would have tried the chrome before I did the big skirts, because this chrome would have looked a lot better. Jim had this set up to where it would have ran a little bit higher and came down and ran back into here, but since I had the fender on already, I had to do some cut and pasting and shortening and making everything fit. But I think it looks good. It works. It really laid in nice with the pipes, so they evened out. I got lucky there because I just eyeballed that fit. Had to go with the white walls. Real nice decals for the hubcaps too, and I love the sombrero hubcaps. They look great on here. But now what everybody wants to see is, let me flip this, is let's get these lights turned on. I keep moving my deck cover here. Just a quick CR2032. Turns them on. Nice setup there. Easy to do. Just twist all the wires together. Plus is plus, minus minus. And it's good. I have a link in the description to the LEDs and to that battery holder. Check it out. Everything came off of Amazon. But look at how... Back you up here. Whew. Look at how nice those dang headlights came out. I like the headlights. I fogged them up. I told you that in the last update. I fogged them up, but with the headlights turned on, they look good. The turning signals came out a million times better than I accepted. A million times better than I expected. I did nothing to the glass except for quick shine it. The LED, I painted it clear orange and then pulled it into place, and that's it. So the orange that's coming out around the sides here is just refracted light, if we're going to get right about it. But how cool is that? You can see the orange all the way around. I love it. And now I want to show you this back. Jim, I love these. This thing needs the bullets. If you're doing this car, you need to get the bullets from Jim. Check that out. They are so cool. So I'm going to pause you here for a couple of seconds, and I will be right back. I'm going to turn the lights off. Okay. With the lights out, we'll see how well my phone camera does. But look at how bright those headlights and turn signals are. The interior, that dome light is so cool. You don't see it a whole lot. It's not really even noticeable that much with the lights on. But buddy, with the lights off, look at inside there. It looks good. And if you look, that's a light lens that Jim cast. And I drilled out just a little bit of it so the LED would fit through there and trenched the one side for the wire. That's it. And just you can see the wire in the reflection here if you look hard. It is covered up with Tamiya tape and painted. But with the light and the reflection, you can see it tilted that way. And if you want to tilt it that way and say, hey, there's a wire there, I don't care. Because that looks so good. That purple, the leather purple, looks so great in that light. And now, those taillights. Jim, those things rock. I love it. And just sitting here on the side profile of that thing with those bullets sticking out the back is so cool. But there we go. I'm going to stop right here and fire up the music. But before I do, I want to thank everybody for watching. I want to thank our veterans for everything they do, because without them, we can't do what we're doing. Gowrie, and I can't say enough about how great they are. Their customer service, I'll tell you what, and personal experience, it is above and beyond the Call of Duty. And then I got to say thanks to Automotive Model Livecast, Jason, Mike, and Bruce. These guys are on every Thursday. It gives me something to look forward to all week. They're 8 o'clock at night on YouTube. Check them out. You won't be sorry you did. And with that, let's start the music.